With Speak Up, Speak Out, you help public speakers speak. And you're doing keynotes yourself these days, which makes it more credible. So how do you make public speakers better?
Bottom line is 90% of the presentations that I see are terrible. And what I mean by terrible is they actively do the opposite of what the speaker intends. You know, we go out there and it's like Jurassic Park with the mosquito and the amber.
Right.
We learn these skills early in our career and we think, oh, we'll just iterate. The problem is that those skills are faulty to begin with. Too many speakers think, I'm giving a presentation, I must give a presentation, as opposed to who's the audience, what do they want, who am I, what do I want, and how do I connect with this audience effectively? And that's the secret sauce. Connection counts most. You're going to hear me say that a lot today because that is what it's all about.
So here's a recommendation for you that was written on your website, I believe. This is about you. Quote, energetic, insightful, spend any time with Jason and you walk away buzzing with new ideas and approaches that help you present better, teach better, win pitches, anything you need to communicate. It amazes me how Jason can look at any content and make it interesting, relevant, and effective for an audience. What he teaches my team and our clients is unique and invaluable. That's from Eugenia Lista,
yeah.
Your client. So did you write that for her?
That one I don't think I did. Eugenia's actually really good, but testimonials oftentimes is I'll interview people and then I'll spit it back to them and then they'll say, yeah, no.
I'm just kidding.
That sort of stuff.
I'm just bugging you. So one of the talking about that PowerPoint idea, the one thing that comes to mind too is like what's changed from 30 years ago is people used to rehearse. Right. Well, and I'm about 10 years older than you. People used to rehearse. Now they show up with their deck, on a floppy or whatever. It would be a stick, I guess. They just walk in, give it to a tech, if there's a tech. Yeah. So things go wrong all the time. That must drive you crazy.
It does.
Right?
In fact, I have a thing called the sugar stack, which is the 5-step process that I use for presentations. And number 5 is strategic rehearsal. We don't rehearse enough.
Right.
At all. And it's maddening because if you're not rehearsing, you're not sharp. And if you're not sharp, you're not actually connecting with your audience, particularly that first minute and that last minute. Those are like the key pieces of real estate. You have to rehearse 10 times minimum.
Well, you talk about that first minute. So how important is that first
minute is critical. It's about engagement. You have 1 second to basically get up there, and audiences are already judging you as you're taking the stage. Right. So if you're got a dour face, they're judging you. And after 7 seconds, they're actively looking for information that supports the narrative that they've created about you. So be smiling when you take the stage. Then you have 4 seconds to emotionally engage, and that's the key.
So for me, as a video guy, the internet changed everything because you can't have this lush, long introduction because people are going to hit the fast forward button or stop or if they're on the internet, they'll just go to another video immediately. You have to grab them immediately. Yeah. So it changes all your content.
But how do people always begin their presentations when they get on stage? They always begin the exact same way. It's great to be here.
So it's just
lately. It's great not to be.
So it's a waste of time, right?
Like, well, I call it throat clearing.
Pardon me?
It's throat clearing is what it is.
Right.
You have my favorite little webinar that I've given is on first minute, and it begins like this: Good morning.
Right.
Picture of BTS, the Korean boy band, comes up, and I say, my job today is to turn you into a Korean boy band. That's the first 2 lines of the presentation. Right. Because that's how long I have to create curiosity in you.
So they're hooked right away. They go, what? What did he say?
Yeah, what's he talking about? Right? I've got you then. I've got you because, and this is the big thing. We think about presentations as something we have to give. What's the number 1 line I always get as a speechwriter? Here's what I want to say. Right. It doesn't matter what you want to say. Your entire presentation, every conversation you ever have is in service of your audience. I read 11 books on relationships this summer, like romantic personal relationships. They all say the same thing. Who cares what you think? Right. It's about them. Right. It's hyper empathy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to touch that marriage thing. I'm trying to keep this professional, Jason. So.
But I learned that because I'm writing my own book, and I find that those kind of relationship books help you understand how to have a great conversation.
So you're sliding the plug in there. What's the book about?
Book's going to be called Misconnected. I'm 3/4 of the way through writing it right now. We have more tools than ever before to connect with each other, and we're doing a worse job at it. Right. How do you hold the conversation?
It's about public speaking, though? Or
no, it's really, and that's the thing that I had struggled with the book was, where does it fit? right? And where I learned it fits is that purpose statement. How do I help you have the best conversations in your life? You want to run a podcast, you want to present, you're going to have a multi-million-dollar advertising campaign. These rules, and that's the way the book's organized, is a series of 4-page rules. How do you apply those so that you can connect with people?